Bro, so Clvicular got brutally mocked by the ASU frat leader.
Yeah.
And
The
I kind
Albanian
of.
Muslim.
Oh,
He's
yeah, the
Albanian
Albanian Muslim.
Yeah.
And so after this major world event,
Yeah.
I did a kind of like a deep dive into seeing who this guy is.
Yeah.
I've come away like pretty touched, man.
Yeah. Did you watch his? Have you ever seen Adam Friedland? The dirtbag left guy.
He's
Fucking
hilarious. I love him.
Bro, watch his episode with Clvicular. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's so much fun.
But what's the
I
deal?
like
What's the
Clvicular,
deal?
man. I like Clvicular.
Bro,
He's really fun. He's hilarious. I like him.
I feel like he's like a.
It's like, have you seen that one clip where she's like, some guy comes to be like, Israel or Palestine? Neither help me Morg. What the f? I'm like, you know what, honestly, based. Honestly, kind of based.
Bro, I come away having like a. I think fundamentally, deep down, he's like a sweet but really deeply
like a nice guy, man.
disturbed, and like a lot of the people who are like the lefty anti-red pill are like critiquing him, and they're just like, honestly, they're not even hating on him. They're just like, dude, this guy seems like this is coming from a place of deep insecurity.
Yeah.
And like he seems like broken. And I kind of agree with that, bro. Like it seems like it comes from a really dark place. And have you seen this thing? Have you seen the bone smashing thing?
Yeah, bone smashing is a meme mostly. I think so.
I don't know
What I
if
read,
it's
bone
real.
smashing is like mostly a meme.
I hope it is.
Yeah, the rest of it, yeah, like you know, the androgynous, the testosterone and stuff. Yeah, that's a lot.
He's like injecting things
Yeah,
in
that's a
himself
lot,
every
of
day,
course.
and I'm like, bro, like I don't hate him
But I'm
because
not
of
against
that.
it.
Yeah,
I'm not against it.
I'm against it, bro.
I'm not against it.
That-
Not gonna lie,
I
I'm
don't
not
I don't
against it.
dislike him for
Yeah.
it. Like I think he's like I think he's a kid and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Honestly, I don't hate him for it at all. I think it's coming from like a place of deep insecurity or whatever. I also think he's really funny, so I don't disagree with you on that. I think he's hilarious. But at the same time, bro, like, okay, you know what really creeped me out?
Yeah.
Bro, I saw in an Instagram comment section the other day where this girl commented something
Yeah.
random. And there were like 20 guys in replying to her. And this is like a pretty decent looking girl. Foyd, sub 5, Foyd.
His fans are fucking dorks, but he himself is kind of fun.
Bro, there's actually that video I saw of him as well where like he
Like,
let
he's
some of his
like a-
fans come on.
He's like, what the
they're all-
fuck? You guys are subhuman.
They're like neck beards and like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And like, bro, genuinely, I was like, bro, but I feel like, bro, to us, it's a joke.
Yeah.
To a weird amount of people, it's kind of real.
I'm
Like
sure-
there are kids out there
Look,
like putting injections in there.
Absolutely, but from a phenomenological perspective, transhumanism is around the corner. This is basically the first step to it. It's like genetically enhancing yourself post womb. It's very, very soon. We're going to have the option to do gene editing for babies in wombs. And like, wasn't this thing right now, but like these two Olympic athletes, these two girls, the one Chinese and the American one, there's like they're gene edited or something.
What?
Yeah, they're like test tube babies. who's,
Alyssa
like,
Liu and
not Alyssa Liu, the other one. The other one.
Eileen Gu.
Yeah, Eileen Gu. I think she's like a test tube gene edited type of. She's a specimen.
What?
Yeah, so this stuff is already happening. So coming back to
She's definitely a specimen.
fair enough. But coming back to Clvicular, it's like from a phenomenological perspective, transhumanism is around the corner. This is kind of the start of it. We're going to see much more radical things
Look,
going forward.
point taken. Point taken. And maybe
I
this
don't
is just
have
like
that much of a problem with it. People have been doing cosmetic surgery. People have been doing like plastic surgery forever at this point. So I mean, this is just the next step in it, and it's like.
But I feel like, look, I don't know, big
I-
cosmetics
but-
got the better of like the female population
Yeah.
of our generation and earlier ones, and it's highly correlated with self-image, drug abuse, bulimia, anorexia, all of these things, right? And women seem to, be maybe, I don't know, kind of moving past that to some extent. I don't know, but I don't want young men to also get stuck. In
But the
that
thing
same
is that it is a
Like-
fact that what they are doing, what these guys are doing, is going to work for them.
look,
Like for
on
what
a-
they want to do, you want a status max, you want a mug, you want to, you want to get girls. You're like a
I
20-year-old.
see the value there. 100%.
It works. You know what
100%.
I mean?
I see the value
And
there.
This is
but
kind of
like,
part of. I mean, this is kind of like I don't see this. It's a symptom of a bigger cultural issue, and if the culture is rewarding stuff like this, it's like I'm not going to sit and be holier than thou and tell a bunch of kids that hey, don't do it. It's like do it at
No,
your
but
own
look,
risk.
it's not
There-
about
there are obvious
it's
risks,
not
but
about
do
being
it.
holier than thou, right? It's not about saying you're a bad person if you do it.
Yeah.
Saying it's a net negative is not the same as saying you're a bad person if you do it. I'm not willing to call any bitch, some insecure guy.
What's so bad about it?
Like, bro, because if it, I think that it is very safe to assume that the same kind of effect that the hyper cosmeticism thing had on women, which is deeply like it is the origin of bulimia, of anorexia, all these terrible things, which are traceable net negatives. If it does even something similar to that to young men, that's a bad thing. Will I judge them for it? Will I say that, oh, you're a bad person because you do it? No. Will I say that you should be super cautious?
You know, like to contrast this with when Achilles was young, or maybe it was mom, or maybe it was Achilles. Achilles was asked, like, would you rather live a short and glorious life or a long and boring one? And maybe these guys are signing up for, hey, you know what, I want a short and glorious one. I'm going to exhaust my testosterone production for the first 30, 40 years of my life. Knows what happens then. The world looks like it's ending anyways. Might as well have some fun. Might as well get laid while I'm at it. So I'm going to do it. So maybe they're Achilles maxing. I don't know.
Look, outside of my worldview, which is fundamentally like religious driven, where I genuinely think you should not be distorting the image in which God made you and things along those lines. That argument is a lot more difficult to falsify. So I'm not going to moral grandstand on it. Right? But I do think unchecked, like, it's not a coincidence that Clvicular fans look like that.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
I'm not. You're right about that.
You know, like I don't want like more young people to end up like that. The same thing that was the same issue with the Tate thing, right? Where we were like, oh, like.
But here's the thing, man. Like I feel like it's kind of necessary for young people to go through their like extremist like phases and like be kind of f***ed with stuff. Like I used to be a f***ed when I was young. When I was 20, you were probably a f***ed about a certain other thing when you were young.
100%.
So it's like this is the flavor of the month. It's fine. Let's just.
But like being,
there might be some nice synthesis you can come out with. If the synthesis is like, hey, listen, okay, we don't have to do all this androgynous, but looks matter, presentation matters, grooming matters, keeping yourself in shape matters, focusing on what's important to you matters. Like that's a good. I have no problem with it.
There will definitely be a section of the population. And probably the majority, in fact, that is what they take away from it. There's not like every kid's like bone smashing and testosterone
that's kind of what I take away
therapy.
From it,
no, that's fair. That's fair. But I think like you do have to be a bit careful.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, I'm not gonna
like
like that.
That's
he's hilarious, man.
He is really funny. He is really funny. Yeah. Shout out Clvicular.
Is Palestine gonna help me max my mid-zigla? They're like, I don't know what the f*** is upper maxilla. Will Palestine help me max my upper maxillas? No, right? So I don't care. Like honestly, fair enough.
Insane.
Fair enough.
That is insane.
That's kind of based.
Yeah. Another thing I've been meaning to talk about, bro.
Yeah.
Fatima Bhutto has unfathomable amounts of game, bro.
Why?
I was not familiar with Fatima Bhutto's game.
Yeah, what you do?
And bro, she is truly her father's daughter. Like like her dad.
बाप के कोई मतलब best friend हो?
No, bro, like her dad is like a true like revolutionary kind of figure, right? And she has that strain in the sense that, look, she has on the surface of it all the aesthetic and all the visual trappings of a typical globalist elite. Okay? You've got she's conventionally good looking, she's very upper class, she comes from a political gentry, political royalty in fact. Yet she tweeted something recently where like she's like flaming Malala, she's flaming like other like globalist type neolib elite types, right? And I was like, dude, most people in your demographic do not have the balls to do this, right? The amount of flack you have to take to deviate from your own demographic is a real test of how brave you are in a social setting.
Yeah, that's the type of post-political thinking that we've kind of been glazing this entire time.
And when you have someone like that, honestly, massive dubs for her. Like, I think she like married a white guy or something, which is why people had like a huge problem with her or whatever. Like, I'm making no moral judgment on her. All I'm saying is that when she comes onto mainstream media and says things like, I grew up in Syria, that showed me the beauty of Islam and my culture. I think that's pretty based. I think that's a net positive for our image around the world, right?
I agree.
And that, in fact, that kind of non-aligned personality
Yeah.
is when I think of someone who is probably more to the left of
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
who I can work with, and I look at and I'm like, okay, this is the kind of person who you truly can like. If this
There's a
is
sincerity and there's an actual ideological depth where this person is not standing by party lines and they're kind of picking and choosing what they like and what they don't
and
like.
if in the
from
future,
anywhere. Yeah.
if in the future they are the other end of the political spectrum, even I'm happy. I'm happy to work with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know. So shout out to Fatima Bhutto, bro.
Yeah, fair enough. That's pretty
Yeah.
based of her. Pretty based of her. Did you see this Citrini Research AI paper?
A bit of it, yeah.
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 It's wild.
It is.
Like Nick Land, imagine being Nick Land in the 1990s, like doing like in ungodly amounts of meth, not sleeping for 20 days, and literally
Jungle themed raves with your
jungle
students.
team race with your students, and you're like the singularity. AI is going to destroy everything. It's going to destroy everything. It's going to anti-human future on the way, and it's like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, mom, I'm off my meth, but I just predicted how the next 50 years and the rest of humanity are gonna play out. So
And the way he even credits it, he's like, you know what? I'm not a philosophical genius. I literally got in touch with non-human entities through my repetitive drug use and my repetitive trances, and they told me this. And it's like, are you fucking retarded? But it's like, yeah, kind of. Everything he said is true. So what the fuck do you make of it? It's like it's absolutely terrifying for the rational mind.
like it's playing out in the modern market,
Yeah.
in modern techniques, as
Yeah.
he would say.
Yeah.
And also downstream of him where exists the Yarvins and the Thiels, you're seeing this actively being brewn into government.
Yeah.
So, for example, if like that predictive history guy, that
Yeah,
professor,
Professor Jiang.
like if his take
Yeah.
about the Epstein files is even remotely accurate, and I think it might be, in which he's basically saying that this is to make you lose faith in the ruling class, so that they can pave the way for
The singularity.
no for
AI-driven governance.
monarchy again,
Yeah.
right? For one man rule again, for top down rule again, to disrupt democracy. That to me sounds like the seed planted by these neo-reactionary types
Yeah.
finally bearing fruit, because that is the first step to creating maybe. And you've seen it, the whole where they're trying to like the techie guys are like acquiring land in Greenland and stuff,
Yeah.
and they're thinking of making like, we'll put this up in post. Thiel and some of these techie guys are backing a startup that essentially
Sovereign
is like
city.
a sovereign
Soft corp.
city.
They're backing a soft corp.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this
yeah.
is literally right. So I can't imagine that.
They did one of these in, I think, Belize as well.
Yes,
They
yes,
did one
yeah,
of these in
exactly,
Belize as well.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in a world where you've got your vice president in,
Yeah.
you've got Trump by the balls,
Yeah.
and now you're telling me you're going to pave the way potentially for a monarchy and then not create these soft corps? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
that is something that is on the radar.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Coming back to the Citrini research paper, their basic case was basically like, we are so bullish on AI that we are bearish on the entire world. And what does that mean in actuality? It's like, if AI is as strong as it is going to be, and honestly, like, I don't know if you use AI for your work, bro, like, I have like the latest, the pro plan for Claude. Bro, it is cracked. I literally seeded PDFs. Please optimize for this in an Excel spreadsheet, PNL. Do it. It does like 10 people's job in like seconds.
Bro,
So
I
it's
have
like,
Claude for financial modeling.
Yeah, that's
And
exactly what I've been using it for,
I
yeah.
asked it to make a financial model. I gave obviously really detailed inputs
Yeah.
of the pricing and margins, but I asked it to make a model for some aquaculture farming,
Yeah.
and it was
Fucking
so clean.
fantastic, yeah. It's
It was
clean
so
as fuck.
clean.
And it understands everything. But coming back to it, let's stop getting on track. So basically, the crux of the paper argues that we're so bullish on AI that we're bearish on the market. What's going to happen is that the white collar jobs are going to get decimated by AI. Services and friction based industry, which is like lawyers, paperwork, consultants, anything that has like the service based element to it, even like software as a service type things that are like DoorDash and stuff. AI is going to just decimate all of this because it's like you'll come to a point where the margins are going to get absolutely diminished. You're going to go onto your AI. You're going to say, okay, what's the cheapest way for me to deliver McDonald's right now? It'll scan through all the apps. It'll find the cheapest one, and it's just going to be a price to the. It's going to race to the bottom for pricing. And in terms of like white collar jobs, I think white collar jobs, the top 10% of America drive like I think 50-60% of consumer expenditure as per Citrini Research. So if like these guys are getting out of jobs, and the software engineer or the coder who is making 180 grand a year is now working as an Uber driver making 45 grand, that's going to decimate consumer expenditure. And so
what happens when
their literal case comes down to that AI is going to be so fucking powerful, it's going to decimate white collar service related jobs, and it's going to destroy the economy.
So the real innovation in their phrasing. So
Yeah.
this is something that a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate,
Yeah.
and to get this clarified from you, the real innovation in their phrasing is that there are people who are AI doomers,
Yeah.
who are saying this is going to like lead to the end of the world, and there's people saying that this is like the
Overhyped.
future, right? They're saying yes, we're bullish in the sense that yes, this is the future, but you should be bearish because that ruins the future because how powerful it's going to be.
Yeah, it's just going
So
to
that's
decimate jobs.
kind
That's
of what
the
they're
crux
saying.
of it.
Yeah.
It's going to decimate the private equity space. Is going to decimate white collar jobs. It's going to decimate a lot. They particularly went into detail about how it's going to decimate India, because India's top
All of the back-end services, simple tasks.
TCS,
Yeah.
Infosys, and all this stuff, all of the BPO type businesses are like, it's like the backbone of the Indian export economy. AI is going to basically be able to do it pretty
Bro,
seamlessly.
the stuff that right now.
It's like if you're a company that's like paying 60-70 grand a year for like a software from TCS, it's like, well, why the fuck should I not just invest 60-70 grand into compute and kind of make my own custom system? And
Bro,
you know what I mean?
like with the Indian stuff, I think it's gonna be like really soon.
Yeah.
Because the kind of stuff, like for example, like in my industry, these American investment banks or like big investment banks, the kind of work they're outsourcing to India is just like basic data entry. Like I'm
Yeah.
looking at for something here and I'm copy pasting it or I'm entering it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be gone really soon.
Yeah, absolutely. But
That's not like
when it
that's
comes
not
to
even 2 years down the road. That's
yeah,
very
with the
soon.
type of investment that's happening in data centers and compute in general, they're going to come to a point where Anthropic is going to come to you and say that, hey, listen, man, take a enterprise level subscription, 50 grand a year, do all of this stuff, the friction. Even working with a lawyer, why do you need this paperwork? The AI can do it for you. We can train it well enough.
This is why when Sam Altman says something like, oh, you could make $1 billion enterprise of one person soon,
Yeah.
that begins to seem plausible.
Yeah.
And he portrays that as something that's very positive.
Yeah.
And in a Ubermenschian sense, it kind of is.
Yeah.
But it's also terrifying for the global economy because where do all those jobs go?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, think of it even like this. Suppose I want to go for a consultation for what's the best Clvicular. Let's go back to Clvicular for a second. I want to know what is the best hormones and stuff for me to take. Why the fuck should I go to a doctor and pay $300-400 for the consultation when I can get Claude Pro for $20 a month and be like, here's my data, here's my blood oxygen, blah 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 levels, here's my iron levels. Here's all my data. Why don't you tell me what I need to do? And you're like, yeah, you know what? This is what you got to do. So the amount of coming back to the crux of the paper.
So what's already happening?
Yeah.
Even if you can't at this moment,
Yeah.
get that kind of solid advice because they'll hit you a lot of disclaimers and whatnot.
Yeah.
The amount of assistance that doctors are already getting from AI assistants will inevitably lead to their hospitals paying them less.
Yeah. And absolutely. And this is the consumer side. This is like the employee side of the business. But they were even talking about in terms of like the business operation side, where it's like businesses are seeing record margins right now because they're laying off staff to invest in compute. And if I'm doing that, then you're going to do that as well. And if you're going to do that as well, then I'm going to lay off more people to invest in more compute. But all those people I'm laying off are high level white collar workers who are the crux of the consumer economy. And if like the consumer economy is dying, then what the are all these software as a service or all these services who are they selling their product to? So it's just it's a debt cycle in a way where it's like lay off more people, invest in more compute, increase your margin, lay off more people, the margin goes down. It's like it's a debt.
Bro, this is literally the march of techno capital, the unstoppable march of techno capital.
Yeah, Nick Land
Yeah.
smokes meth, figures this out.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. And it got, I think this research caused a big panic in the market as well, man. Big panic. I was like pretty interested by what happened.
Basant is not bread and circus. PSL is not bread and circus.
Bread and circus.
Allah maaf kare, Eid is not, and Ramzan celebrations are not bread and circus.
Yeah.
Bread and circus, like if you really want to know, if you are really willing to have that conversation, the ultimate bread and circus routine, the ultimate jester gooning, jester maxing show is actually Pakistani party politics.
Yeah.
Right? So in a country,
Facts.
absolute facts, in a country where you've got a very entrenched center of power, right? You've got a very powerful bureaucracy, very powerful business interests, as it is in the rest of the developing world. And most importantly, where just like the rest of the world, a central bank, which the IMF tells what to do, because you made very bad financial decisions. Let me rephrase. You're living in a country that essentially, like other developing countries with high debt, does not have economic autonomy, does not have financial autonomy.
Yeah.
In the firefighting that we're doing every day with our IMF package, we're liberalizing trade and we're dealing in tariffs with the way that the IMF wants us to. Our fiscal discipline is entirely dependent on the IMF. And in a world where we can't even spend the trillion or so rupees that are allotted to the PSDP, which is Pakistan's federal government development spending, where we don't even have control of that, you want to engage in party bazi as some long-term solution to Pakistan's ills. And I think nothing could be more short-sighted. Nothing could be more distracting. And I'm not saying that completely detached from party politics. You're concerned about those things. That's completely fine. That is not the long-term.
But to say to everyone like, hey, listen, stop having fun. I hate anti-fun messages. It's like, what's it costing people? You know, go to your Basan, enjoy your PSL, enjoy your stuff. Why can't people have the right to be happy? You know what I mean?
And it's worse when you're like doing this performative thing that, oh, it's so deep, it's so deep, it's the problem's so deep, and then you ask them what the problem is, and then it's some like, you know, political party like Goyslop kind of thing. When it's like, buddy, any government that we've had in the past 20 years and any government we'll have in the near future, if we're still in IMF programs, we don't manage to break the begging bowl, we won't really have a lot of autonomy in any decision making that matters. Right? We've been remarkably consistent in where we have and haven't spent our money. We've been remarkably consistent in our foreign policy always. Those things are not going to change. They never have. Right? So it's one thing to say that you know, we've got these XYZ problems in our country and you should be mindful of them in the times that you're celebrating. And there's another to morally grandstand, say, don't you dare have fun, and then point out the most lukewarm analysis and some distractive bread and circus party politics thing.
Bread and circus is important, brother. Bread and circus is important for the country morale. Like, unlike what these nerds who have no morale say, it's important to be happy. It's important to have fun.
And like, okay, now you know what's gonna happen. Now people are gonna come and say, oh, but our boss said that it's important to be distracted away from the real political issues. No.
Yes, I am. No.
Sometimes.
Those people,
sometimes.
I say, yes, that is what I'm saying.
Yes, and to an extent it is that you take pause, you rest, like you have to. You're a human being. You cool down, right? You stop getting loose farmed, right? And my addition to that is that once you're done relaxing and when you do direct yourself politically, look at real issues, right? Don't look at party politics. That's never been the thing.